story time. And this story, not every contract you get closes. This is one of the hardest jobs or professions or careers or things I've ever done, because things are so all over the place, right? People change their minds, they get nervous, things happen, but I owe it to you. I don't owe it to you, but I do want to tell you that things do happen, but you can somehow work them out, especially if you're creative. And I think people need to see other people who get creative and make things happen, right? Because we think we're on an island by ourselves, or we think it's so hard, or we think we can't do it, but when we see somebody else do it, we realize that it can be done. So let me tell you a story of a contract that actually fell out. And it was very hard, and I worked really hard. The other agent worked really hard. My buyer, the seller, my lender. I mean, we were on the phone till probably 9 or 10 at night figuring this out. So let me tell you what happened right quick. Less than another minute. We've already been on here a minute. So we had this listing. It was out. It was rural. It was with a lot of land, and it had like a mobile home on it. So when we wrote the contract, everything was cool. We all agreed to it. Everybody was happy. Hip hip hooray. And then it went to be appraised, and the appraiser didn't look at the notes because it was 2 parcels that were going to be one with that particular loan, and he only gave the one house a value, right? So it never came up to the value that we had it under contract for. And then he wanted to charge us about $500 to $700 to go back out, when we were like, hey, no, you didn't read the contract, and we put it on the bottom. So to get us and everybody, if you're an agent or if you know an agent, they have an appraiser story, right? So the appraiser was like, oh, I got a trick for y'all. I'm just going to give that land settle zero amount. It's worth nothing. Gotcha. So we were like, oh, my dear heart, my bleeding dear heart. So I was thinking, okay, what the heck can we do? Because my buyer really wanted the land, not necessarily the small. Okay, so it was crazy because he gave the appraiser, your friend and mine, not really, gave that land a settle zero. Okay, so I was minding my business, the business that pays me, and I thought one late night, what if we use the loan to cover the home, because he appraised it for as much as we needed just for that home on that smaller lot, and maybe just maybe the sellers would allow a seller's financing on the land. Boom, because they'll be getting enough cash from that sale and that loan that whatever they wanted to pay, they could pay, and they'll have a lump sum. They'll be able to pay the agents, and then the buyer could get with the seller and get with the attorney and get with the title company and all of that, and set up a seller's financing payment type situation on the other part, and it worked. So I just want to remind you that it is hard. You got to get creative. You got to take a risk sometimes. You got to take a calculated, well thought out risk. But if you are ever going to have something or do something or be something, it's never going to be riskless. I made that up, but it's never not going to be somewhat of a risk. So I just wanted to tell you that story. I wanted you to see it, see me do it, hear me talk about how hard this is, but how rewarding it is and how you can make it happen.